All right, we're here on Media Monday. I'm Matt Janik. That's Delaney Guimont. She is the sophomore alternate captain of the women's hockey team. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Let's get right into it here. Season preview. Season starts this Friday, and you guys go right into the fire. Holy Cross, home and home to start the year. What are your goals going into that first weekend? It's a tough test with a young team.
Yeah, so Holy Cross is one of our biggest opponents, and it's always been really tough playing them. We beat them once at home last year, and so we know we can do it, and we're hoping we can do that again. But we're really short in numbers right now. We have 20 people in total, and that's including 3 goalies. And we also have 1 injured right now. So we're going into it on Friday with 16 skaters, and I believe 9 or 10 of them are freshmen. So it's definitely going to be a test, but we've been working hard at practice for the past 2 weeks, so hopefully we're going to get our systems in order this upcoming week, and we'll go into it full fire on Friday.
All right. If I'm not mistaken, you had the game-winning goal in that game that went over Holy Cross last year. So you're a sophomore, you're a captain now, you're a part of the leadership team. What are you guys as a group, I guess, looking for this week building up to that Holy Cross game? You got a lot to replace. You lost arguably the best goalie in program history. You lost a 100-point scorer in Marissa Ketterman. Katie Flynn no longer here as well. That's 3 big pieces right there, along with the rest of the seniors who left as well. So I guess as a leadership group, what are you looking for in practice this last week, and what are you looking for to kind of fill those holes in the roster?
As a whole, coming up to game days and this Friday, I think we're looking at all of us kind of just clicking together. It's kind of hard right now because we have basically all freshmen and all sophomores besides the 2 seniors. And so we're looking for the freshmen and all of us to kind of work together as a whole, because these past 2 weeks in practice we've been trying to figure out who would work well together. And then so this week, starting today, we're going to find our definitive lines for this Friday. So hopefully this next week we can solidify how well we're going to work together and kind of learn each other's rhythms. And hopefully it'll solidify us as a team as whole. We just want to look as one on the ice, not individual talent.
Right. A little bit different look to the schedule this year. No longer in the NEHC. Now in a scheduling alliance with St. Michael's, Sacred Heart, Holy Cross, St. A's, that same group of schools that were in the NEHC that are no longer in the NEHC. So it's a different look to the schedule. So I guess going into the year, at the end of the year, what needs to happen for you to consider a successful season? What makes a successful season for women's ice hockey this year?
A successful season for us this year, I believe, will be just trying our best, and if we can come out winning the games that we should be winning, and in that sense, I mean, like, going into the game, and if we look like we're trying our hardest and we look like we're beating them to every puck and we should be winning against that team, then we should be coming out ahead. But the games that we're going into and maybe we're not skating full speed to the corners, or we're getting too many penalties, or we're kind of just getting beat out and we're too tired and like we look like we're getting beat when we should be trying harder, that should not happen. So I'm not going to say we should win every game. That would be nice. But I think us just being one whole team and looking like we're trying our best and really are united, and basically we should just look good.
All right. Can you talk about the freshman class a little? It's the second pretty big freshman class in a row because the last 2 senior classes have been huge. Lots of big pieces graduating. Talk about the new blood in the team this year. What are they bringing to the table?
The new freshmen, I was actually really surprised at when we have captains practices before, and we all just kind of went to captains just fun, like getting back on the ice, and they all looked like they were blowing us out of the water. We were like, what were you guys doing this summer? And it was funny, but it's really exciting for us. Like, obviously it was a little intimidating the first couple practices. We're like, wow, these are really good, but it's really exciting because we're like, they know what to bring to the table, and it looks like they're going to fit really well with us. It's just a matter of getting comfortable with each other at the moment, but I believe in 1 or 2 more weeks, hopefully, by game day, we are all fitting together really well, but I believe that their talent will mix with our talent pretty well.
You've talked a couple times about trying to find that chemistry with all the freshmen. What do you guys do as a group of captains to try to forge that chemistry? Is it an on-ice thing? Is it off-the-ice thing? Is it both? What do you guys do to try to meld the new kids into the fold?
It's kind of both. So off the ice, before you get on the ice, it's kind of more getting comfortable with each other. So off the ice, we do like team bonding and at lifts and stuff, like even in the weight room, instead of when we're lifting weights, instead of going just freshmen all on one side, then upperclassmen on the other, we try and integrate in with each other. So it's like we're all lifting the same, not lifting the same, but we're all on the same bench and we're all like equal. And then on the ice, it's more of like connecting with passes. Like the first 2 weeks has kind of been really rough. That's been one of our real bad weaknesses, has been like catching and communicating. So again, off the ice, like getting to know each other is what we really need to do, because on the ice we need to communicate well. Like we need to be like screaming at each other on the ice. And like if you're not comfortable with doing that yet, then it's gonna be struggling. But I think on the ice, like the chemistry, like you can tell if you're like really connecting with passes and stuff. And it's just a lot of people who aren't gonna take the puck end to end themselves.
All right, that makes sense. As we wrap things up here on Media Monday, the one thing we always ask everybody, what's a fun fact about yourself? To give us a hobby, a talent, something that most people don't know about you.
All right. My fun fact, I'm going to say that I've trained a service dog for the past 2.5 years, a little golden retriever, and she is now in her final stage of training, and she's going to be paired with someone who has a mobile disability.
All right, that is very cool. That's Delaney Guimont, alternate captain from the women's ice hockey team. Thanks, Delaney.
Thank you.